Hey there guys, Agent Whiskey here. And I'm only doing that intro for one reason and one reason only. You know exactly what we're going for. I keep wondering that myself, the lack of anything better to do, probably. He lets out a hearty laugh, then checks his watch. I really must take my leave now, Tezuka. I'm pleased to see that this little project is going so well. I'll just stop by to remind you not to run off by yourself tomorrow. I've invited certain people to the festival for you. I'm sure they'd like to meet you as well. Also, Monday's club meeting is off since I'm going out of town. I guess you kids can do something amongst yourselves if you want to. He leaves, turning around flamboyantly, then walking off as dramatically as is possible to walk. What a weird teacher. I'll be off too. See you around, Ren. Holding up a hand, I turn to go up the stairs to the dorms. Maybe, if I can finish reading these books today, the entirety of tomorrow will be free for the festival. And the way they fade out just gives that feeling that... Hey! Add in sound of knocking on door. Hey, you fucked up. Did you know that? You fucked up. Just thought I should let you know, you fucked up. The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but a festival as well. From a window I can already see some people at the sofa slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans since everyone is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with a no girls allowed sign. And with the girls crossed out and Buddy crudely scrawled underneath it. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing, was just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school's out there already. Where? Why? What? What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtain closed at all times to thwart the snipers. It's the festival. You know that. Right? Oh shit, that's today? Damn it! Can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is going to be a very bad day. Koji told me this, man. This is going to be a bad day. Why? Oh man, they're gonna be everywhere. The people outside my window socializing! Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill. It's going to be loud as hell. Damn it, I was gonna go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. This sucks! What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's actually freaking out. I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn it, I couldn't even prepare for it. Couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here and I can't do anything. Should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry. Thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today? The weather's even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not, though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands. No, I can't do it. They'll eat me alive out there, I know it. That has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight. What are you going to do? You should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might make it if we still work. We might still make it if we work together. What am I going to do? I don't have any plans. In hindsight, that's really stupid. Maybe I should have asked a girl out, and again, all things considered. What? All things considered, I don't think I could have done anything like that. It's only my first week. A week that I've wasted being awkward around almost everyone, stumbling all over myself trying to get the hang of this place. Thinking about it, what have I accomplished? Who would I have even asked? Damn, it seems that Kenji's my only realistic option for a date today. This is the most depressing thing that has ever happened to me since I had a heart attack because a girl confessed her love to me. It can't be helped. I don't know really, I don't have anything I guess, but a 4 seems a bit excessive. You sure you don't want to go outside? It's not like visitors won't come to the dorms today. He looks thunderstruck by this revelation. Damn, you may have a point. This place is not safe today. We must find somewhere to hide in. He falls silent for a moment, thinking. The roof. What about it? We're going to hide out on the roof for today. It's the perfect place. Nobody ever goes up there. Maybe there in 1 hour. I have to prepare. He slams the door shut and the locks click closed. Damn, what the hell is wrong with Kenji? And to think I'm now going along with this craziness really makes me depressed. I feel like a failure. Once I step outside, the din of the crowd greets me. The whole school is bustling with activity. There are stalls everywhere, and the crowd swarming between them is considerable. I didn't expect the festival would attract so many visitors. I have to admit the people in charge of decorating the place put a lot of effort into it, and it really shows. People seem to be enjoying themselves, and the atmosphere is colorful, bright, and happy. That is, if I weren't suddenly in such a foul mood. At the moment, it's more annoying than anything else. Well, it can't be helped. I decide to stick with my original plan and eat, and I guess I have to at least see what Kenji's up to on the roof. I do a slow circle around the grounds to kill some time looking at the stalls, but not feeling like playing any of the games right now. The garish colors grind my eyes, and I feel more and more ill by the minute. I can't even decide what I want to eat, and the large selection combined with the massive energetic festival visitors isn't helping. I just head toward the nearest stall that seems to be offering something halfway edible and get in line. Turns out to be noodles. It also turns out to be not very good. Well, at least it's nourishment. It's not like I demand anything else at this point. As I stir my disagreeable noodles, I idly wonder what the others are doing right now. Shizune and Misha are definitely somewhere organizing things. I'd better steer clear of them. I guess they wouldn't forgive me so easily for leaving them alone with this thing. I expect Emmy to be buzzing all over the place, but being depressingly cheerful. There's no chance to find her, but no chance to avoid her either, so it doesn't matter. Lily would probably be helping her class with that festival event, and entirely too busy for another's company. Hanukkah wouldn't want to talk to anyone anyway, either keeping to herself or helping Lily. Ray should be tending to a mural and is probably being unhelpful to any hypothetical interested parties. Going there for some peace and quiet seems like the nicest option of the above, but then again, I can't see having art forcing me to raise my memory either, so I'll pass. While I was lost in thought, my food seems to have disappeared, and so has my hunger. I guess I just blocked out the experience of eating, which should be a good thing. Satiated but unsatisfied, I turned to walk toward the main building. An hour has almost passed already. The crowd is even thicker in here than it was outside. The hallways are almost unbearable, and I don't even dare to think what it's like inside the classrooms. I head up the stairs to my destination. Final destination. You know, the movie. The roof. Thankfully, the door at the top isn't locked, but now there's a handwritten sign on it. Off limits. Don't mind if I don't. The festival noise is surprisingly muted up here, and the rooftop looks deserted, as expected. Near a place where the cyclone fences collapsed, there's a pile of blankets that seems oddly out of place. Wait. Did that pile just move a little? That would be strange, as there is no wind at all. I carefully stick my hand in it and give it an experimental prod. Ah! Ah. Startled, I jump back. Who is it? God damn it, Kenji, it's me. Oh, damn, you scared me, man. So what are we doing up here? We're having a picnic. What? Yeah, I have blankets, pretzels, and whiskey. This is the ultimate setup, man. Whiskey? Aren't you a bit too young to drink alcohol? I'm 20, you know. You're not. I am, and so are you. What? That's absurd. Hey, at least you get something out of it. All I get is this bottle of whiskey. He's rambling incoherently, but I decided to play along. So why do you have a bottle of whiskey? My mom couldn't come visit for the festival, so she sent me some expensive single malt instead. A likely story. Want some? It's not like I have anything to lose. This day can't possibly get any worse. Why not? We sit down on the pile of blankets Kenji apparently dragged up here. He produces an almost full bottle of whiskey and passes it to me. He didn't even bring glasses? No, this is not some romantic princess picnic. What the hell, man? This is a manly picnic. No glasses, no napkins, whiskey only, the beverage of true men. Whatever. And pretzels. I take a closer look at the bottle. 12-year-old single malt whiskey, as he said. Shrugging my shoulders, I take a swig. It burns my throat like acid, but the taste isn't unpleasant. I feel it going straight into my head, and the aftertaste lingers in the back of my mouth, craving for another swig. We should outline our counter-offensive and trash-talk women here where they can't hear us. Damn, I forgot to bring my graphs. I decided to play a drinking game with myself. Every time Kenji mentions female conspiracy, I'll take a swig. 4 or 5 hours, or possibly several days later, I lost track. You shouldn't feel bad, man. Ease the fuck up. Seriously, seriously. I am relaxed, goddammit. I'm telling it as I see it. Think about it. When did housing and land start becoming more and more expensive? When women began entering the workforce because it created two income nuclear families. Yeah, I forgot my graphs, but you just have to take my word for it. Women are connected to the decay of all society. I see. That is kind of hard to believe. Even if I say that somehow everything Kenji says seems to make more sense now. It all fits together, but I don't know if it's because he can explain things more clearly when drunk, or because I understand everything better when drunk. No, man, think of the deeper implications. People could afford to start saying, oh well, since 2 members of the family are now earning money as opposed to one, they can surely afford something like rising costs of ownership. I see your point, but land in Japan has always been expensive. And the price of land generally goes up when a country starts undergoing industrialization. But no, it's because of women. Correlation equals causation, you know. I thought correlation didn't equal causation. Well, whatever, maybe you're right. I'm always right. Yeah, I bet women created industrialization too to cover their tracks. How diabolical. So yeah, everyone can go fuck themselves. He stands up, impressing me because I'm fairly sure I couldn't even if I wanted. He yells extremely loudly as if he's lost the concept of volume. I wince and almost want to cover my ears. Ah, how nice it would have been if you could have been down there. But no, you see, thinking like that is a trap. You're missing out on something, but at the end of that road is nothing but despair. Kenji snatches the bottle back and leans back his head, attempting to pour the alcohol into his mouth, but ends up just drenching himself in it. Damn it. See, my aim is terrible, and the bad thing about drinking is it only gets worse the longer you go. Today is the day of despair. His voice immediately drops to almost a whisper, but he starts talking much faster than before, slightly slurring his words from the whiskey. As he talks, he waves the bottle around, spilling some of it here and there. Yeah, you know what was the most shocking event of my life? I have a hazy recollection of him telling me about the second most shocking event in his life, which was a bird pooping on his head. I don't have particularly great expectations of this, but I nodded him to continue anyway. You wouldn't think it, but I had a girlfriend here once. I think it was last year. Yeah, I just blew your mind, huh? See, I've never told that to anyone. It's true, the thought does blow my mind. Suddenly I want the bottle. I take it from Kenji and knock back as much as I can. I was more innocent back then. I thought she was sane, unlike most women. But then one day we engaged in sexual intercourse. It was pretty okay, but then immediately following the event, that is the point of all such things, something strange and scary happened. He throws himself up against the fence, leaning on it, his eyes narrowed. I started feeling incredibly tired and sleepy. That isn't normal, man. What the fuck? I mean, normally that would be a high-tension, adrenaline-pumping moment of anyone's life, but my energy levels were dropping like a brick. Something sinister was in the works. I could feel it. And that's when I knew. The women are dangerous, sapping the life force of all men through the one commodity that is almost solely theirs to control. Sickening. Yeah, you're better off, dude. Kenji was right. This really is the day of despair. I drink more to avoid having to process what he just said. Now I'm the last sane man in an insane world, and other people realize that there will be a war, a great war between men and the forces of feminism. The problem is that not all men will fight on my side. Shit sucks. I can set the bar kinda low. Any men are fine, but not the dudes raised by their mom or their sister, that's for sure. And nobody into dick girl porn. That situation seems unlikely to me. Like it wouldn't happen, like it's not very likely to happen. The alcohol must be working. Regardless, I still feel depressed that I'm up here today. I wasn't really looking forward to the festival with the same excitement as the rest of the school, but still. It would have been nice to have gone with someone. From up here, it certainly sounded like everyone's having fun. Maybe I'm missing out. It's just that there was no one I could have gone with. Maybe there was. So many opportunities looking back on it now, and I must have squandered so many of them. Like 5, to be exact? Damn, this is true despair. The worst part is sometimes I feel like I have no choices in my life, you know? I could never have the chance to make a decision. Shit just happens. Like it was all pre-programmed, like fate or something. Like there's no way I can have a say in what I do. Quick, ask me a question. Now. I can't really... See, this is just another example of it. Damn, shit, damn, don't you see? Now I'm trying to go against my destiny to take charge of my life. The opportunity isn't even there. Damn, man, you have failed me. Failed me for the last time, jerk. He slides to his knees and then falls over on his side, lying on the gravel of the roof. Hey, you okay? No, I'm not okay. Can't you see I'm in despair? He's speaking in a sarcastic tone. Suddenly, Kenji sits up, clumsily pats himself clean, and puts his hand out toward me to reach for the bottle. I put it in his hand. What the hell? Damn, you killed almost the entire bottle. See, it's like I have no options in life. Is this how it's going to be for the rest of the time? Well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like that for the rest of the time. Whatever he's talking about. My head is spinning. I get up and lean against the fence, hoping it'll help me focus a little. Yeah, I know. We have to fight the power with all we got. It's the only way to live. You're an alright guy. This brotherly bond is what keeps me going in these dark times. We should go trolling women. Rolling women? What? Trolling women. Trolling for women. We have to do it now before I lose this alcohol-related courage. He's gesturing wildly, madly even. I take a step backward. He takes a step forward. What's the matter with you? Not in the mood for love? To be frank, no. I take another step backward. He takes another step forward. He leans in extremely uncomfortably close. What the hell? Stop leaning in like that. It bothers me. Leaning in like what? Hey, you shouldn't lean against the fence like that. It's kind of unsafe. I try to move away from Kenji, but my balance isn't so good. Reeling from the dizziness, I grab at one of the fence posts, but then feel it give way as soon as I put my weight on it. This isn't good, though my alcohol-addled brain doesn't seem to be quite able of registering why. Kenji's face seems to be becoming smaller, though, which is a bit of a relief. Much smaller, in fact, and rapidly so. There seems to be a bit of wind now. Somehow it makes me feel almost weightless. I feel dazed, like my mind has gone blank. I am... falling? I can see the night sky as I turn over in the air. The bottle floats out of my fingertips and disappears in the thin air as I fall. I realize that this is the fitting end to a truly, truly bad day. And that's the Kenji ending. But is that all of the Kenji ending? Maybe. Maybe there's more. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's a piece of fan fiction that continues off after that I may or may not have a recording of to splice onto the end of this. But yes, that is the Kenji ending. I suppose that is actually the closing video for, Kadoba Shoujo and whatnot. Of course, there's the actual grand finale that might get uploaded in the next 3 months or so. I figure it's close enough. Might as well make that 2-year late anniversary. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Might as well have that video come out 2 years after I said it would. Sounds like a good thing to do. But yeah, so if there is a piece of fan fiction, probably going to cut to it right about maybe now, something like that. So after a quick check of the site where I originally found the piece of fan fiction that I wanted to use for this, I discovered that there were 2 pieces that were actually pretty good and that I would want to use. I thought there was 3, but then I actually looked at one of them and actually wasn't that good. But I'm not going to put both of those in the video, technically. I'm going to put one in, and I'm going to put an annotation linking to the other one. And should you want to skip the one that I am including in this video, then there should be an annotation popping up pretty soon to skip that, should you want to skip that. So, just before I start on this one, there's a kind of wacky, like, Kenji-ish piece of fanfiction, and then there's a more serious, quote-unquote, sadder one. That's the one I'm going with. So if you want to skip that, Should be an annotation popping up pretty soon. But with that out of the way, let's get into this. It's been 1 day, 17 hours, and 53 minutes since I lost him. Immediately after the fence gave way, I realized my mission had been a farce the entire time. The feminists and their psychic spies had known of my true intentions and sabotaged that section of the fence from afar. You know what? I'm going to do this in a more serious voice. I'm going to do this one in a more serious voice because doing it in Kenji's voice is just going to be too difficult. It's been 1 day, 17 hours, and 53 minutes since I lost him. Immediately after the fence gave way, I realized my mission had been a farce the entire time. The feminists and their psychic spies had known of my true intentions and sabotaged that section of the fence from afar. The whiskey had only served to weaken my mental defenses against their scrying. They knew where I was, and they were coming. As the screams wailed up from below, I knew that I didn't have time to mourn the fallen. Not then. Instead, I gathered up my blankets and made my escape. The poisoned whiskey was forsaken, though I might have been able to analyze the tracking devices and reverse engineer them into something of my own design. Taking it with me would have given away my position. I couldn't afford to be caught. Not now. Not ever. After leaving the roof, I chose to hide in the closet of the third-floor art room until long after midnight. By the time I made my exit, not even the crime scene was manned. All that was left was some caution tape, a chalk outline, and a dark stain on the pavement. Of course the feminists had taken the body. I had not even been able to spare my comrade the dignity of a decent burial. As I approached the dorms, I stuck to the shadows and memorized the patrol patterns of the guards before advancing. They proved to be a little hassle, and I easily entered the building unseen. Coming down the hall to my room, I noticed some police tape had also been erected in front of his house door. The feminist had obviously searched his room for any hint at my whereabouts, but to no avail. My multitude of forays into his room had all been clandestine, thankfully, but suppose they had searched my room as well. With trembling hands, I inserted my key into the lock and twisted it. I braced myself for any sort of reaction, but nothing came. Taking a deep breath, I turned the knob, threw open the door, and dived out of the way. Still nothing. Perhaps they hadn't searched my room then. It was all I could have hoped for at that point. I pulled a small, high-powered flashlight out of my coat pocket, lit it, and entered the room, making sure to engage all 12 locks securely behind me. Sleep came only sporadically after that. I was haunted at every turn by his face, the shocked look he had as he realized the fence wasn't there behind him anymore. The look of surprise as the air rushed up behind him and he plummeted. The scream. The next day was a blur. I didn't leave my room in fear of being discovered by the feminists and their ever-watchful agents. Instead, I spent hours agonizing over my plans, trying to figure out how to avoid such a scenario in the future. Nothing I could come up with seemed sufficient. I felt trapped. Similarly, I tried to update my escape routes and failed. What could I do against an enemy that seemed ever-present and all-knowing? My only respite from the madness was sleep, but I couldn't sleep forever. As I checked one of the various underground anti-feminist forums I had started, noise in the hallway caught my attention. Quickly, I ducked under my desk and pulled a blanket up over my head. The footsteps continued past my room, thankfully, and stopped at Hasao's doorway. Muffled voices could be heard. I slipped from the safety of my desk fortress and laid an ear to the door. From the brief snippets of conversation I eavesdropped on, I gathered that Hasao's parents had come to take his belongings. So it was true, then. Over the past day, I tried convincing myself that he hadn't really died. Someone had just perhaps taken him to a hospital, or he had maybe dragged himself away to relative safety before the enemy's agents could capture him. But I couldn't delude myself any further. This was real. I retreated back to my desk and listened. Snippets of conversation could still be heard through the wall. Hasao's parents talked about his life and the fond memories they had of him with someone else, likely a police officer or feminist agent. Like the two are mutually exclusive these days. Suddenly, I heard the thing I'd perhaps been dreading the most, muffled sobs. Hasao's mother had started crying, and even through the wall, I could hear that his father was close to it himself, despite his best efforts to comfort her. It was as if I had aged 50 years in a moment. My head sunk lower into my hands. My glasses slid down my nose, but I didn't even care. I couldn't focus on anything but that sobbing. Eventually, Hasao's father broke down as well. I listened to them cry on the other side of the stupid flimsy wall, and I couldn't do anything about it. Even I wasn't immune. A tear rolled down my cheek, but I didn't try to stop it. At first it was slow, but soon I had to grit my teeth against the sobs. Damn it. Screw the feminists. Screw this whole stupid, pointless war. I just wanted a friend. So with that pleasant piece of fan fiction out of the way now, I'm reckoning you, the viewer, give me a like or favorite if you liked this video. Leave me a comment down below if you so choose to. Share it with your friends if you think they would enjoy it. And you don't have to, but I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and join the ever-growing BTFL army, because that's a thing apparently. Gotta stop the feminists somehow. It's the only way to do it, is to join the BTFL army. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's this video. I will see you in the next one.